Keepers nervous, strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
Hello there, Chelsea football fans everywhere and Nigerian football fans everywhere as well. The Chelsea game ended in favor of Arsenal, 1-0. Goal scored by Merino. So for me, the Chelsea performance was really drab. Had possession at some point in the game, and I think Arsenal just ceded possession to Chelsea. So the question I have to ask about this game is, what is the point of Chelsea's possession going forward, and what was the point of Chelsea possession in this game? Because it's not all about holding the ball, passing ball, cute balls in, tidy triangles. What do you want to achieve? Because if it's freeing up the wingers, I didn't see that happening. A couple of times I saw Jadon Sancho starting out wide, free. And even more times I saw Tyreek George when he came on, standing out wide on the right. For a couple of minutes, rather than Caicedo giving a switch ball, rather than Sancho giving a switch ball, to Tyreek George, they will spend most of the time passing short passes between themselves. So what is the point of your possession? That's one question I want every Chelsea fan to answer for themselves. Secondly, Enzo Maresca, how can you just stand on the sidelines and watch games peter out? For me, I've always been, consistent with this. Under Antonio Conte, before he got sacked, he did this in where he would just watch the game peter out and not make any substitutions. Under Tuchel, he got to some games where he was doing that. Under Pochettino, he got to some games where he would just stand, fold his arms across his chest, and watch the game peter out. And Maresca is now doing this as well. So that's something we have to note as well. And then, it takes so long to make the substitution? For me, I want to talk about Nkunku as well, Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku, I really, really rated him when he came to Chelsea. I still think he has tons of ability, but right now his head has completely left Chelsea. That is it, 100%. His head, his heart is somewhere else. Maybe it's at Bayern Munich, maybe somewhere else. But I think he needs to leave. And then, to make matters worse, Enzo Maresca chose to play him out wide on left. He's never going to play well there. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And this was an opportunity, like I said, I always say this. I'm not one of those Koban worshippers that every academy player, that knows how to trap a ball should always play for the first team. But it comes to certain points, in the season when you have certain key players out injured or suspended, that you say, okay, this is the point where you're an academy player, you have to prove that you can contribute to the first team. So for me, this game, I said this under Pochettino's era as well. There's tactical integrity. So you want to have your pacey wingers. This is where you show me that it's not just noise. You have Noni Madueke out. You have Nicholas Jackson out. So you're having Pedro Neto playing in that false nine role. When for me, I think you should have had Tyreek George on one side, have Pedro Neto on the other, and then have maybe an Nkunku, or you get a Shemi Mweka to play as a number 9. Because Shemi Mweka is an actual number 9, though he's an academy player. But this is one of those games where you play him because you don't have any other striking options. But on the bench, rather, you had only one attacking player, and that was Tyreek George. The rest were defensive midfielders and centre-backs, and then Malo Gusto. I don't get this thing. You say you want to create 1v1 isolations, your winger versus opposition fullbacks. So how do you create those isolations when it takes so long to, make those switch passes when they're standing free, and you don't want to create a situation where your fullbacks overlap and drag attention away from your wingers? So how do you then create those 1v1 isolations? So for me, this result, that's why I was happy about yesterday's result, Man City's Brighton, because I was just hoping, because I knew Chelsea would not win this game. And once Chelsea conceded the first goal today, I just knew it was curtains. It was over. There was nothing that Enzo Maresca would do. He wouldn't switch tactics early on in the game. So that won't happen. And like I've said, this was an opportunity where you play some academy players. So you maintain your tactical integrity. I'm not saying they're all world class at the minute. No. But to help you solve some problems that you have. Shimu Weka should have played today. Play him centrally. Why you have Neto playing out wide with pace? You have uh, um, Tariq George playing out wide with pace because I had no problem with having to be a bit more compact today. But when you want to be compact, you need outlets. You need people that you don't need to be too precious with the pass to set them free. You get the ball, you look up, you see Tariq George making the running behind, you give him. You get up, look up, you see Pedro Neto making the runs in behind, you give him. But we didn't see that today. We didn't see that today. So I know Ateta would even praise him in the press conference. That's what they do. These managers, they praise themselves. Oh, he has a plan. Enzo Maresca has an identity. I love the way he plays. Okay. So I think Enzo Maresca, I'm not ever saying at this minute, I'm not going to say sack him, let him go, whatever. No. But one thing is true, his style of play, his handiwork would be what would lead to him remaining or being sacked. And I've been saying this, I think he has been called into the principal's office and told, you must get Champions League football or else you could lose your job. For me, I'm not here advocating for him to lose his job. What I'm just saying, get things right. Hopefully the international break window is around the corner, and then you're having your Noni Madueke come back, your Nicholas Jackson come back, and let's see how you use them. But still, those questions still remain. Are you going to give them support via your fullbacks, or you're going to leave them isolated? You're going to leave Noni Madueke again isolated versus three defensive players, maybe one central midfielder, one fullback, and maybe a centre back from time to time. Are you going to do that, or you're going to actually open up the play? People don't get what your dynamic fullback play can do for a team. It opens up everything up for you. But anyways, just a loss, a goal to nil. What can we do? Move on to the next. So, we want to know what your thoughts and opinions are on the game. Please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and so you're notified each time a video comes on the channel. So at this point, I want to say to have a splendid rest of your evening and to have a spectacular rest. So have a just stay well and God bless.